The title. Wow. I know. This reading was inspired by somebody I was dating. Emphasis on was. This person basically accused me that I was lying to your crew because I have hair on my arms and I'm not showing it to you, which basically makes me a dishonest person. I mean, there's so many ways in which I can reply to this. Number one, I have many different things in my body, on my body, that I'm not really willing to show anyone on camera. Number two, what? Number three, there you go. That's my arm hair. Ooh, ooh, sexy. Also, bites from my cat Luna, who decides frequently that my hand should be a chew toy. I never lie to you guys. I love you so much and I'm super excited to be creating this reading for you. Thank you as well to the guy I was dating for inspiring this reading. Much, much love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Even though you have a very bizarre mind. Let's get into it. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and the weird introduction aside, welcome to this PickACard reading on a pretty brutal topic. We are going to be exploring today, with the help of tarot and oracle cards, what is this person's deal? Why are they ghosting you? Why is there no contact? Why is there a separation? What is going on in the situation? So this is specifically for those of you that are in complicated situationships or in connections where you have a gut feeling that something might not be fully okay with your person, but at the same time your mind could try to rationalize the situation. You could try to make peace and you could try to look for excuses in places where potentially at the root of it there could just be a feeling of they just don't like you, or they might have somebody else that they're thinking of, or there could be something here about this person's incompatibility to you, but they could be too polite to say it. Okay, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Please don't be worried. I'm gonna use my lightworker abilities to deliver the messages in a funny, entertaining, comforting way. I'm also going to try to help you transmute any negative energies. As you guys know, I love to do that. It's my Pluto in the first house in Scorpio. I take whatever vitriol, toxicity, and negativity people throw at me, and I transform it into something positive, life-affirming, and wise. So for you today, I have a choice of 4 different archangels. These are, rather than this, because it's 4 of them, not just one. These are all cards representing archangels. They are the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Discs from the fabulous Uriel Tarot, my favorite tarot deck, the one that I work with, my personal tarot deck as well. I love to use it for my personal readings. This is why you don't see it this often in my free YouTube, more general readings. But I decided to employ it today because the topic is a little bit difficult and I want as much support from the divine, from the world of lightworkers as possible. So we have here for the first group, 6 of Wands or Archangel Michael. For the second group, we have 6 of Swords or Archangel Raphael. For the third group, we have the 6 of Cups or Archangel Uriel. And for the fourth group, the 6 of Discs or Coins and Archangel Gabriel. I already pre-shuffled your oracle cards. They are behind each of these cards. And I also will live shuffle some tarot cards from the Broken Isn't Bad Tarot and of course the magical Occult Tarot. Okay guys, I don't want to keep you too long. I know your time is precious. I know you're dying to get to the bottom of the situation. So without further ado, if you've made your choice, whoop, this isn't very organized. Anyway, imperfection is beautiful, guys. Let's dive straight into your reading. I look forward to seeing you at your pile. If you're considering working with me and requesting a personal reading, if you are interested in reading some short pieces on astrology, occult themes, or tarot, have a look at the links in my description box below. There's a twin flame novel. You can follow me on Instagram for daily updates on occult topics. Everything to your heart's content. I really like working with you guys. I love you so much, and I'm so excited about the messages that will come through for you in this reading today. Hey group one, hello my loves. Welcome to your reading on the brutal truth of this connection you are sharing with a crush, maybe a person that you know for a while. You know better who your person is. My job today is to tap into this energy and to try to get to the bottom of what is actually going on in this connection. This is for those of you that were drawn to Archangel Michael or the Six of Wands. So Archangel Michael is the protector, and this card represents slaying the dragon. This is a metaphor for the inner struggles that we sometimes face, having to reconcile our shadow self with our solar consciousness. That's the root of all self-sabotage in life, where we tend to push to the side connections that might have been good for us because we think we are not worthy, because we are afraid to receive, because we got accustomed to live in a state of survival, or maybe in a way in which we really prize our independence and our freedom because other people might have abused moments when we were together with them, to put it mildly, okay? So Archangel Michael represents he who is like God, the protector, the one that swoops in and cuts energetic cords for us. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some cards from the Occult Tarot for you to try to understand better the situation you are finding yourself in, and what is this person's opinion? What are their true feelings, their thoughts regarding this connection with you? Great. So we have here the world, Vapula, and it says here, makes one skilled in labor and crafts, increases knowledge of philosophy and science. So this can be a person that is incredibly rational, maybe somebody you work with in the academic environment or somebody that processes information for their daily living. We have here the Nine of Swords, anxiety, mental torment. Lera A, causes great battles and wars, causes wounds to putrefy. This is a wound that has been festering. Okay. I'm already getting what the situation is about. I'll tell you in a second, but first let me show you the other card. The Magician, Baphomet, power. Gives health and financial prosperity, connects one safely with the divine. And we also have here the Earthworm. New beginnings, number 2. And Naked Before the Stars. Okay, are you ready to hear the brutal truth in the situation? This can be an ex that returns to you, acting very forgiving, acting, as if they are humbled by the situation, by the conflict that has happened between the two of you. They are returning home. They have traveled, they have sought other options. This can be regaining contact with somebody after an argument and a period of pause. But be careful, because what I see here with the Magician and the Nine of Swords, this person wants to get back at you by actually pretending that they have changed and that they want to commit to this connection. If you guys have not been intimate with each other yet, this is their ultimate goal. They want to give you a night of pleasure. They want to blow your mind, and then they want to drop you incredibly cold, in an incredibly cold way. Incredibly cold, drop you. Sorry about that. I got a little bit in the role. But I'm just feeling this person's energy, and it's so much about power. It's like this person has a temper, they have an ego on them, but they try to pretend like they're a kind, nice, polite guy. And I feel that you picked up on that. You sussed it out, and that's what might have led to an argument. The grammar of that sentence, was that correct? That is what might have led to an argument, yes. So the thing is that I'm getting a sense that you guys will experience a false new beginning with this person. Now, it's not my intention to make you freak out. It's not my intention to kind of scare you about the situation, but I do want you to be very cautious with this person and to continue to follow your intuition. I have a feeling that you guys went your separate ways because for the majority of you that chose this group, you picked up on the fact that this person was not being honest, or they had a dual nature to them, more like it. The magician is very skilled at creating the smoke screen around them. The magician basically borrows from all of the different elements, the fire, water, earth, and air elements. The magician can come into contact with the energy of any given astral body. They can create a smoke screen like Neptune. They can be really hardcore and intense like Pluto. They can be stoic, firm, and, separatist like Saturn. They can also be quite beautiful and charming and alluring like Venus, or they can act on their desires and willpower like Mars. So I see it very clearly here that this person is a mastermind of manipulation. This person could have Mars in Scorpio conjunct Pluto in Scorpio. Be very careful. They come across as a person that wants to flatter you, overwhelm you, love bomb you, okay? And make you feel like this is it, baby. This is our second chance. This time I'm here to please you. I'm here to commit to you. I want to make it work. Look, I've got all my ducks in a row. Everything you said about me, I'm trying to change. Be careful. They will come back. They will sweep you off your feet and drop you as soon as they get what they want. Time in the situation is your friend. Saturn, the world. Time. Slow and steady when this person comes back, because for most of you this is going to be a comeback, and this is going to be a comeback you spend a lot of time waiting, which will put you in the vulnerable position that your wish has come true if indeed you wanted a reconciliation with this person, if indeed you wanted to give this person a second chance. But be very mindful about not allowing this person to use whatever remnant feeling of guilt or shame you might have had from having had an argument with this person in the past. Because let me tell you guys, as a Libra ascendant, I can tell you this. I don't like conflicts at all in my life, but nonetheless they happen. And sometimes I produce conflicts because my shadow self is my 7th house in Aries, which has Mars there. So sometimes unconsciously I produce conflicts. And these are moments when I never feel very good or very in touch with myself, but there's an inner fire that rises within me, and it's like activates me. So sometimes conflicts, even though they can be quite painful, they are necessary in life, especially between two people that are not completely alike, even though they could be a little bit emotionally destabilizing, conflicts can also be emotionally energizing. And especially if you've been through a period like in a rut, or you've been really feeling a bit slimed or sludged, or like there's nothing happening in your life, sometimes we either attract a conflicting situation or a passionate love affair, or we tend to unconsciously produce it in our surroundings to get us back into our mojo. So I would like you to remove any ideas regarding judging yourself or this person for the conflict that happens. Sometimes conflict just happens. You have to take it in your stride. It's part of life. We have both Mars and Venus energy. And consequentially, actually, if you guys notice, in the cosmos, Earth is actually caught in between these astral bodies, Venus and Mars, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, peace and war, right? Violence and drive, and femininity, receptivity, forgiveness. So these are energies that are somehow cosmically kept or are keeping our Earth in balance, and nonetheless they reflect on the 3D plane because we are embodiments of starlight, as you guys know. So There is a feeling here that you need to really be a spiritual warrior in the connection with this person if you want to tame this person's ego, because they're gonna come back and they're going to tell you how absolutely gorgeous you are, what a fool they've been, and how they want to get back, you know, in the relationship with you. They might wine and dine you, they might give you gifts, okay? Depending on what is your sensitivity, this person is clever enough to pick up on your vulnerabilities, you know? So it's like, what is that thing you love the most? I'm gonna provide you with it. I'm gonna provide you with that thing in spades. And then when you think that we are together, and when you believe that I have come back to fall in love with you, that is the moment when I'll pull the rug from underneath your feet and I'll disappear. Because what this person wants is to reinstate their ego. Their ego is bruised by the conflict or the confusion in the past with you. You could also might have said something to this person that they took it really badly. You know, maybe you picked up on something that was their core vulnerability. And this person doesn't enjoy feeling vulnerable. They want to teach you a lesson. This is the brutal truth of this person's comeback. They want to teach you a lesson, and they're gonna do it in the sweetest, sexiest, most charming, hard to resist way, because they can understand that you catch more flies with sweetness than with vinegar, right? So I want you to be very mindful, and I want you to pick up the worm 1111 when I said that, you know, nip it in the bud. As soon as this person comes back, if you want to continue contact with them, do it, but do it very slow. They will not be able to maintain this facade for too long. It requires a lot of intensity, a lot of energy to create a fake sense of self. The more time you put in between you and this person while maintaining the channels of communication open, the better it will be for you, the most protective it will be for you, and naturally the truth of this person's intent and plan will come up to the surface. But in the meantime, you kept yourself protected. You did not share your energy or your body or anything else, you know, with this person. And I think that you're going to find out that it was for the best in the end. You're going to feel a sense of relief when you're going to find out this person's plan. It's going to feel like, oh my God, I dodged a bullet with this one. I do think that this person is somehow karmically bound to you, and that's why the challenge. This person could have been a nemesis, or might be a nemesis in this lifetime. There is a feeling here that revenge, you know, getting back at you, is the theme of how this person is challenging you to grow. The biggest lesson in this connection is how willing are you to wait for the truth to come out, and then create this relationship on the foundations of honesty, rather than a fairy tale make-believe that will end up disappointing you and making you feel like you're used, you know, like making you feel like you're discarded or treated like, you know, rubbish. And God, I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you guys. And I speak from experience because I met a lot of players in my life as well. And unfortunately, some of them I could actually protect myself from. And one of them in particular, I kind of fell for. And it was really sad when the true intent of that person came up to the surface. So yeah, I do feel that if you want to, you can have this reconciliation. It's in the bag for you. But the brutal truth of this connection is that this person is coming back with a revenge plan. Put a lot of time in between you and this person when they come back, if you want to take them back, but allow their true colors to be revealed. And then once the truth comes up to the surface, true healing can happen, true reconnection and true reconciliation can genuinely happen between you and them. A new beginning. But on the foundations that you will establish, rather than on the ego-based foundations that they want to establish. That's what I had for you, group one. I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. Keep in mind, Archangel Michael protects you. Slay the demon, okay? And I think this inner work first begins with you, because you need to let go of shame and guilt and to feel that I trusted my intuition. My intuition is correct. It will not lead me in the wrong place. And it tells me exactly what I need to know about this person and what lies beneath the social mask that they are presenting to me. Okay, my loves. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you so much light and so much love. Take care. Hey group 2, hello my loves, welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of the brutal truth of this connection. In this reading today we're going to find out what is actually happening in this connection with the person on your mind. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Six of Swords card or the card of Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, or basically the name Raphael, means the physician to God, the healer. And this is a beautiful card that actually describes a very successful voyage, a reconciliation, forgiveness, or mending broken bridges. So let's see what cards you have. I'm going to live shuffle from the Broken Isn't Bad Tarot to try to understand what is the energy between you and the person on your mind. Sorry guys if the cards are popping up too loudly. Okay. Some control issues here. I felt the need to pull one card out. Okay, so let me show you the cards. We have here the Knight of Swords. And you have the Six of Swords. So this is definitely an attraction or a connection to somebody that is an air sign. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Aquarius, the Star card. And we have here Judgment, Pluto energy, transformation, trying to sit still, to quiet your mind in order to see your connection from a different perspective. Let's see the oracle cards as well. The Swan. Okay, I know what this is about. The Swan, psychic development, double swans, okay? Actually, triple swans, if you keep in mind that this card is a mirrored image of that swan. Wow. And then we also have here addicted. This is a connection between two people that have a wide group of friends. This is a connection between two very intelligent individuals. I do think that you guys also enjoy being right in any kind of interactions. You like to exchange facts, you like to know a lot of things, and you kind of like to help other people with your intelligence. In this situation, I am getting a sense that there is a far too loosening, an opening of your personal boundaries to the point where it's very difficult for either of you to commit to this connection. I think that there is an addiction here based on the fear of missing out. With all this air energy, I'm getting a sense that both of you, so I think that this is mutual. I'm not getting like a separate, this person's energy is clouding yours. Both of you prefer to remain social butterflies. I feel that there can be here some issues regarding fears of commitment. Swans mate for life. And that can be the scary thing about this connection. Sometimes mentally, we think that we want certain things. We think and we tell ourselves, commitment is good. That's what I want. My ideal relationship is a relationship where the person just loves me and I receive love and I give them love, and we wake up every day and we have breakfast together and then we go to work and then we come home and we have this for the rest of our lives. And when I say that, some people envision like a world of coziness and intimate exchanges, and other people feel a noose slowly tightening around their neck. The idea that they will have to spend the rest of their life just with one person only, dealing with that person's face, body, ideas, values, smell every day can be quite shocking to some people. So there is, I feel here, a mismatch between what you want and what you think will make you very happy, and then coming to the reality of it, it's like, wait a minute, commitment is for life, you know? I'm going to have to deal with this person every day. What about my freedom? What about my options? Am I gonna have to tell this person all the time where I'm going, what I'm doing? What if they're gonna like stifle me with messages or requests? What if they block my freedom? What if they cheat on me? What if I cheat on them? The mental world is completely overwhelmed with thoughts that are both luminous and full of satisfaction, but at the same time, there is a deep fear here of allowing relationships to transform you. Because you might think that you want a lover or you want a spouse, but then when it comes down to the nitty-grittiness of everyday living with a person, I'm getting a sense that you guys will go like, whoa. You know, I'm getting a sense that my heart chakra is kind of like closing in very quickly, like there is a shock, almost like a heart attack. There's also the thing that you guys spend a lot of time by yourself and you enjoy spending time by yourself. And I have a feeling that in the last years, you've been spending time by yourself and you grew into your sensitivity. And now it's like you understand that it's going to be very hard for you to share your energy with a lot of people. But at the same time, the person that you would like to be closest to becomes incredibly more idealized. So to create a more simple idea of what I'm actually picturing here for you, based on these cards, you want a partner that is sensitive, gentle enough to understand you, to take very good care of you, because you became very sensitive in the last years. You might have discovered some pretty occult things about you. You might have tapped into the world beyond the veil. You might find it difficult to talk to people about this because you need to find that right person that will not make fun of you, but will understand you and love you for who you are. At the same time, if you are to write down a list of the ideal characteristics of your future spouse or lover, it's like that list keeps growing and growing in demands, because it's as if you're ascending, you're becoming highly sensitive and psychic, and it's like you want to be with a person that is on a similar level. But the more you kind of create this idealized version of a lover, the less reality kind of fits in within it. So that's why I think that there needs to be a breaking point. A breaking point. There is something here about either becoming addicted to your freedom, to the way in which you think about the world, to the way in which you think about reality and the world. And I think that you might attract partners that are quite self-righteous, partners that want to tell you the truth, the absolute truth, you know, partners that might use biological arguments to tell you that, of course, men and women are different. There's nothing to actually contain that, you know, when in reality, our biology and the way we interpret society is socially constructed. But there you go, see? Neither of these theories can be fully proven, but the theories and the points that we believe in, the viewpoints that we believe in, end up defining who we think we are. So there is a resistance here to change. There is a hope that you will find a partner that would fit with your values, with your religious beliefs, with your political beliefs, with your, I guess, gender-based beliefs, you know. You have a set of very beautiful understandings of life, and you want a partner that matches that. But at the same time, even though these cards are very beautiful, there is a feeling here of a sense that you're feeling like you might never find that partner. Like you need to take charge of the situation in order to fulfill your dreams. Like you are on a quest. Okay. You are on a quest to fight for what you believe in, and you can only get together with a person that is obsessed, enamored, addicted to the same ideas that you are addicted to. This is so much about the world of mind, the way you communicate. You could even put a very strong premium in a personal connection on words, and what a person says to you in a connection ends up becoming much more important than what a person actually does. Because I think it feeds that idealized version that you want so badly to believe in. Because when you actually take action, or when you're in a connection with a person that acts towards you, a lot of things can go messy, you know? A lot of mistakes can be made. Human actions and human activities are fraught with mistakes, with, you know, people overseeing certain things, details being missed. It depends on a variety of different elements, you know, your capacity to pay attention to details, your capacity to want to work or to want to maintain something in mind, your capacity to want to reach a certain goal, and your energy levels, your determination, a variety of different things. But what I see here is that the brutal truth of your relationships is that you're seeking a perfect mental match. You're seeking a person that could give you the right words more than act on the reality of bringing a relationship into being. And there is a level of addiction to hearing the right things from your partner. But I do want to say that this can put you in a position where you can be easily manipulated by a person who just says a lot of things, builds castles in the sky, gives you so much hope, and then just as easily they can cut it out. They can cut you out from their life. They can block you, ghost you, disappear on you. Because potentially in another connection, they could act. And they did not feel that there was a fear of commitment. But then again, this is the thing, because what I said at the beginning, you know, I stand by that. I am getting a sense that there is a mutual fear of commitment, that you tend to attract partners that mirror this, you know. You might think you want commitment, but when it gets down to actually doing it, acting on it, building it, things just don't work according to plan, or there isn't enough energy, or you're distracted by something else that feels more fun, more light, more brighter. Another person that comes in and gives you good conversation. You really, really want that. You really want that. You want flights of fancy. You want to experience very good, meaningful conversations with people. But when it comes down to generally trusting them and building a connection to them, you might genuinely experience a feeling of pain. Now, other partners could mirror this, and they can betray you. They can ghost you, backstab you, as I said earlier. Because I do think that at some point they realize that this connection is going nowhere. It's just communication. It's just words. They might want to act on it. They might want to visit you. They might want to make love to you. They might want to take you out. And you might reject, or like not do it in a very direct and way. Although with the Knight of Swords here, you could be quite cutting. You could just say, no, bye. I'm not interested in that. But I do think that you tend to pass out on situations that would require a more meaty approach, a more tangible approach. I do think that in certain connections, your intuition picks up very easily on the fact that these people might just want a good time with you and not true commitment. But be mindful that you don't pass out on good commitment when this actually happens in your life. I generally think, though, that if a relationship is meant to be, you cannot push it away that much. You cannot completely self-sabotage it unless you go to extreme cases of mental health issues and really harming the other person. But in general, it's a ping-back effect. If a person is definitely meant to be in your life, you will randomly bump into them. You will meet them somehow. Somebody in your environment will facilitate communication again. So I'm a firm believer in that, because to a certain point, you know, there are spirit babies, there are distant moments, there are astrological alignments that more or less kind of give us the moods, give us the inspiration to act on certain things. We have free will, but we also work in connection with spirit. And there is a beautiful dance between the limits of our free will and how much the divine can interfere with that. Yeah? So this is a bit strange, because maybe you came here to find out more about the other person. Although I do receive a lot of comments from you guys that, oh my God, you're describing me, not the other person. So in this case, I felt like I was talking more about your personality. But you tend to attract partners that mirror the same fear, this fear of commitment. This is the brutal truth of this connection. You want commitment. You think you want it. But when it comes down to it, it scares you. The nitty-gritty, everyday, material, physical reality of a connection scares you. You might freak out thinking about the fact that you'll need to spend the rest of your life with a partner that snores or farts in bed, or, you know, like very, very normal, everyday things. Or with a partner that will grow increasingly less attractive as they're growing older. Or with a partner that might not always be able to satisfy all your needs. And that is scary. And I think you're also thinking about your own role in that connection. Am I able to do those things? What will happen with this person? Will they always love me? I'm thinking of the Lana Del Rey song, Young and Beautiful. So this is the brutal truth of this connection. There is also an addiction here to words, to ideas. This is what I see here, the addicted ones. It could be in some cases for a small group of you out there that chose this crew reading. I'm getting a sense that they could be real addictions that are messing with your capacity to meet with some of these partners and generally build something together. But keep in mind you chose Raphael, so this is something you can heal. And I think the majority of you are already on the path towards healing this aspect within yourself. You could be working with a counselor, you could be doing some really deep shadow work. You're really becoming more aware of the self-sabotaging pattern. And I hope to have illuminated some of these aspects here in this reading today. So I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Have a look in the description box below this video for other yummy good stuff. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye. Hey group 3, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for being here, my loves. This is a reading on the topic of the brutal truth in the connection in which you find yourself at the moment. This is for those of you that were drawn to the 6 of Cups card from the Occult Tarot. This card represents Archangel Uriel, also considered the light of God. This is a deeply knowledgeable energy, but it's also inspiring at the same time. So Archangel Uriel is very special because he guards the gates of he guards the gates of Eden, and he holds the key to hell. So this is an initiating energy, but it's also deeply cleansing. You see all this water in this card here, right? And it's also a representative of lunar energy, the moon. So Cancer, the crab, is strongly represented in this card here. You could be dealing with one, or you could be one yourself, having this energy in your chart. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. So I'm gonna pull some cards from the Occult Tarot for you today to try to understand the circumstances of your connection. Okay, so let me show you the cards. The Knight of Cups, yeah, water-based energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have here Belith. It says, causes all the love that may be, both of men and women. You also have here the Queen of Wands, Paimon. Teaches arts and sciences, tells anything one's desires to know, gives dignities, can make any man subject to one's demand, gives good familiars. And then we also have here the Fool, Cameo. gives understanding of animals and the voice of the waters, answers of things to come. I'm getting the sense that this is a very confusing situation where one of you is incredibly passionate and the other one is very mild and has a poker face on and is pushing this connection away. So this can be a coupling between a fire sign and a water sign. The fire sign could come across as very passionate, love bombing the water sign, and the water sign, in spite of the fact that they want to be loved and they want to receive all this love, is a bit scared or stifled, or might be considering that the other partner is a narcissist because of the fact that they're coming across so strongly and so quickly, and they want to, get down to business, get down to action really, really quick. This is a core incompatibility between two elements that are opposites. The opposition makes you guys strongly attracted to each other, magnetically pulled into each other's lives, but at the same time you've got like different ways of approaching life. One flows and does not want to push or create drama, is very patient, lets go, surrenders, and the other one is focused, determined, wants to grab, wants to hold on, wants to experience things now, is creative, is a little bit cocky and arrogant as well. Fire energy, water energy. I see that this can be, with the Queen of Wands here, this can either be you being the fire individual that wants things now, and why are they not manifesting in this connection to this person that is so cute but so mysterious and weird and not talking so much? And this can be your Knight of Water, this person that is very sweet but at the same time a bit intimidated and shocked and a little bit emasculated in this connection with you. This is the truth of the situation. They feel like you cannot allow them to be a guy, to chase you, to pursue you in their own rhythm. You come across as very hands-on. Let me take care of this. I already have a plan. I know that I want 2 kids with you. I want to move in with you as quick as possible. I set my mind on you. You are mine. And the other person is like, what? I was kind of just waiting to see how the situation develops. There can be an argument here regarding your status as well. One of you might want to be friends and the other one is like, no, I want more. So there is a feeling here that whichever is the feminine energy is very strong, determined, the leader of this connection, and whomever is the water energy is more subdued, sensual, ultra erotic, and turns the other person on a lot, but is genuinely needing a lot more time and a softer, gentler, more patient approach to earn the trust of this individual. One of them is very brave and it's like, yeah, I want this. I want to jump into this now. Come on. We don't have all the time in the world, I'm not getting any younger. And the other one is like, I cannot open up to somebody, I cannot jump into something before I know that you're safe and that you will not break my heart. Because water energy, once they flow into you, they are there to stay, they're spreading, so to say. It's very hard to contain water. But at the same time, I'm also getting the sense that this person could be attracted to or attract both men and women, causes the love of both men and women. This person could be bisexual, and this is something you don't know, that while they are exploring this connection with you, they're also exploring connections with same-sex individuals. There you go. I don't know what you think about this. I would say that you have more traditional views and you just want a partner for yourself, but be mindful of making the decision that you already are super committed to this person without asking your partner, how do you feel about this connection? Because let's say you guys met online on a social dating app, yeah? And the other one, one of you, the Queen of Wands energy, as soon as you met this person once or twice, you deleted the app and you decided, this is my person, I'm doing everything for you, I'm gonna like throttle you with my love and attention and admiration. And the other person needs more time. That's what I'm thinking here. It's like well, I kind of want to date a little bit, a variety of different people, and until we become exclusive by mutual agreement, until then, I'm not going to put my 100% in this thing because it's too fast, it's too soon, and it's a little bit too aggressive. You know, that's what I'm getting here. One of you is a little bit exhausted by the other's energy and passion, and the other one is a little bit hurt by the fact that this other person can't keep up. Neither of you is a bad person. Neither of you. It's just a core incompatibility, an elemental incompatibility. Fire and water. At your best, you guys create steam. At your worst, you destroy one another. Water dampens down fire. It completely quenches it. Fire can burn water so much that it completely disappears, right? It boils it until there's nothing left. So, the brutal truth of this connection is that one of you thinks you're not compatible. And the other's way of being, just their natural way of being, is making the other person question whether they should take a leap of faith. And you guys, I think, are tiptoeing around this issue because you're trying to be polite. But at the root of the situation, at the root of any arguments that might come up, any weird confusion, is the fact that one of you thinks, this is too much for me. It's attracting me, but at the same time, it's repelling me. And I feel that you guys, on some level, feel like you can't be yourselves around this person fully. Like, adjustments need to be made, but that means that you're gonna have to compromise constantly in this connection. And I'm not sure how willing the Queen of Wands is to compromise, and I'm not sure for how long the Knight of Cups can compromise without there being resentments built between the two of you. I would suggest, though, allowing this connection to flow, because with Archangel Uriel, you need to know this person more. You need to allow more time to pass. So in a way, I think the Knight of Cups is somehow favored in this connection. Keep in mind, the Knight of Cups can be you. I do feel that the Queen is somebody slightly older than the Knight, and there could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy coming from a partner that, you know, can be a man but has this Queen of Wands energy. A little bit of a drama queen here as well. I need to mention that. And the Knight of Cups can also be a woman, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a little bit younger, but somebody that has a more stoic masculine approach potentially. You guys need to spend a lot of time knowing each other, understanding one another. But there could be that one of you does not have the patience to invest in this connection, or is incredibly hurt in their ego at the idea that a lot of time needs to pass before they can have what they want now. So there is an issue here with gratification and emotional maturity. Obsession. Oh, that's the problem. Obsession, the devil. Cannot get you out of my mind, you know? Allowing this festering toxic energies to seep into the connection. Usually obsessions happen, guys, when we are not really patient enough with our feelings, when we are not really acknowledging what it is we're feeling. Because obsession is kind of like the same kind of images, the same kind of thoughts churning around in our mind. And in order to break obsession, you have to stop thinking, get into your feelings. Talk to Scorpios any day. They know how this mechanism works. And it's usually the wheel of obsession for a Plutonic tends to spin out of control when they are trying to run away from their feelings. But as soon as they get back into that yummy Pluto Scorpionic power and they acknowledge that they are a vast sea of feelings and really deep emotions, and they sit with those feelings, that's when the obsessive thoughts quiet down. And that's when they understand this is the mature thing to do in this connection. This is how I can rise above as an eagle. But first they need to go through that ego death. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a person that has Pluto very significantly placed in their chart, 7th house, 1st house, on their rising, on their descendant, on their Imun Coeli in the 4th house, or on their midheaven in the 10th house. Let's see the other cards that you have here. Ascension, rise above. This connection is pulling at your heartstrings to rise above petty squabbles, rise above intense, lusty desires, feeling like you're burning from the inside if you don't have this person. Rise above. Remember your heart as well, not only low ends, not only mind and low ends, heart. Couple this up again. That's the only way you can establish the flow of alignment, yeah? It has to pass through the center, the heart. The heart cannot be taken out of the situation. And I think that if you're finding it difficult to connect your low ends to your heart, to your mind, it's because you need a rest. You've been overdoing it in your life. One of you is incredibly ambitious, Queen of Wands, fire energy. They want to do this. You know, I mean, try telling a Sagittarius, you know, that they cannot have everything and that they cannot do everything. I mean, try it, you know, good luck. Or try telling a Leo, you know, that they cannot like outshine everyone and be like perfect and adored all the time. Or an Aries. Just try telling them that they cannot do something. Just try it. So it's really like, there is a feeling here, I want to win you. But it's coming from a very toxic place. Ego, not self, not heart, not love. It's like I want to win you and put you as a trophy in my collection. What kind of relationship is that? Who would be happy in such a connection? The other person would feel trapped. And if this other person is water energy, they are going to seep through the cracks of this connection, and there are so many cracks. So this is the truth of this connection. With the hummingbird here, the situation can be rescued by patient understanding, by maybe detaching your energies from each other for a while, and one of you needs to rest and the other one, they need to trust more. They need to get over the qualms that they have. I think the water sign needs to trust more and be a bit more enthusiastic about love, not be so afraid, not be so, you know, cowering away from a person that wants to genuinely love them. And the other one just needs to take a break. You've been overdoing it, you know, and it's leading to this sense of oppression. The other person tends to see you as scary at one point, and that's why you need to, you know, take the foot off the pedal, let go of control, take care of yourself, and then dissolve this obsession and transform it into ascension. And then when you're both at this higher-minded plateau, I think that you can fly back into each other's energy and try at this one more time with renewed strength. And by keeping in mind your thoughts, your heart energy, and those lusty desires that you might be feeling there. I'm kind of getting a sense that the fire energy is very strongly mental and lusty, root chakra based and sacral chakra based, while the water energy is much more about heart and mind, not so much about the lower regions. So this person might even struggle at the moment to feel desire. So I feel that this situation can be saved if you both pull your energies back and if you work on these two elements, feeling desire, starting off your own inner fire, and the other person watering themselves down a little bit because they are a burning forest fire at the moment, and they do not understand how aggressive and dominant they come across to the other person. This is the brutal truth of this connection. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Give it a thumbs up if you did, or a thumbs down if you didn't, if you thought it didn't resonate. That's okay, you're entitled to your own opinion. Also, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below. I love hearing your stories. This has been pretty intense. I think my back's a little bit sweaty now. All that fire energy. Anyway, guys, TMI, sorry about this. Hope to see you in my next one. Bye. Hey group 4, hello my loves. Welcome to your reading on the topic of the brutal truth. We're going to get to the bottom of what is happening energetically between you and the person on your mind. So this is for those of you that chose the 6 of Discs. This is Archangel Gabriel, also known as the strength of God. This is the primary messenger that connects the divine plane with our 3D-based, human, reality-based realm. So this talks about good news, an annunciation. Usually it is a sign of pregnancy and fertility. And there might be some issues here in this connection regarding those topics. The way in which you guys communicate, the way in which you're able to speak your truth. And also there might be some conflicting values regarding wanting children, not wanting them, and your preparation to settle down and become parents. So I'm going to be pulling some cards right now from the Broken Isn't Bad Tarot for you to try to understand your circumstances better. For a second, I wanted to say settings and circumstances at the same time. There's a lot of S here. Maybe you guys are dealing with a Scorpio, a snake. Maybe your name begins with S. Your person's name begins with S. You know, they could also be a sign of sex. So let's see what's happening here for my pile 4. Archangel Gabriel, cool. Okay. 9 of Swords, interesting. This appeared for group 2, if I'm not mistaken, from a different deck, the Occult Tarot. Sleepless nights, anxieties, broken promises, feeling as if you're going over conversations that you had with this person in your sleep as well, not only in your mental, fully awake, open times. So there's a feeling here that this connection continues daytime, nighttime. You're constantly keeping this person on your mind, but you're not reaching a satisfactory conclusion. You might need closure, or you might just need to hear the truth. Sometimes we go over certain things in our mind because our intuition is telling us something. Our gut is picking up on the fact that this situation feels weird, you know, but then mentally we are hearing something different, right? So there's this sense of cognitive and emotional dissonance. Things don't really match in your mind with what it is that you feel. And it could be this is something that is out of alignment within yourself, but I'm also getting that this person is not telling you the truth. 8 of Swords, talk about having a person that is lying to you. This person is lying to you, definitely, 100%. And this could be about being in a connection with someone else. 6 of Discs is also the energy of feeling generous, feeling as if, you know, you're magnanimous, you have the most of everything and you want to share your wealth. And in this context, in a brutal truth kind of reading where I see the 9 of Swords next to the 8 of Swords, this talks about a person using words to manipulate you and to tell you things that are not in accordance with what it is that they're doing. This person, I think, has another partner or has had sex with another partner, and there can be here an issue of getting the other person accidentally pregnant. Yeah. Stingray. Sometimes life stings. Electricity. Spontaneity, always looking for novelty. But also, this card has a more positive connotation. It's about becoming a master in the area in which you choose to specialize yourself. This is also about overcoming life's challenges and acquiring a lot of life experience. So basically, graduating from the school of life. And I think that with all the overthinking that you had to do, I think it's time for you to claim your power back out of this connection. Some of you could actually be going on these mental tangents where you're thinking, oh, this person is difficult because they're my twin flame. Or, oh, I feel this intense attraction, so they need to be a really significant soulmate. No. No. This is the brutal truth. No, this person is not a twin flame. They are lying to you. Let's see the other cards. We have here stripping illusions. Yes, yes. I mean, stripping illusions next to the 8 of Swords. It's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to truly face reality and what this person is doing. If you look at their actions, you'll find that they are not in accordance with what they are saying. Listen to your intuition, because I think you're in the habit of doubting it. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We have here 2 Swords cards. Or you could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. You are accustomed to get a firm grip on your emotions. You don't like to be called emotional or to make decisions based on pure emotion. You like to weigh things out. You like to put facts together, you like to see like the puzzle of the situation. But in this case, no matter how many times you've asked this person for concrete answers, concrete evidence, I feel like there was always something interfering. This person always kind of, maybe you asked to see something in their phone. Oh, my phone just lost battery. Or I just destroyed the shield of my phone, I need to get a new one. Right in the moment when you were asking them for something important. Or you're trying to contact this person at an hour at which they said that they would be available, but they're not answering. Things like that. It's like, what is happening here? I do feel that even though you might not have concrete evidence of this person kind of dilly-dallying around you or behind your back, it's really important that you spend some time thinking, what is it that you want in this connection? Because I think you might be feeling too much about the other person. You might be wondering, but do they want me? What would make them happy in this connection? But what makes you happy? Do you want them? Do you want to continue thinking about this individual? Because it doesn't seem to me like you're having a good time thinking about them. Why are you in a connection where you're suffering when you can be in a connection where you're feeling happy, where you're enjoying this other person, where you're doing fun stuff with them, you're having orgasms? A connection that feels like coming home to somebody, sharing your day with, not somebody that keeps you on your toes, raises your suspicions, constantly keeps you in a state where you're even developing like physical characteristics, like you're frowning too much, So I would say take care of yourself. This is the important message in this connection. I do think that eventually the truth will come out. Archangel Gabriel is watching over you, and it wants you to see the truth. It's just the case that you need to be calm and peaceful within yourself to truly face the truth, to truly feel like I can handle the truth no matter what it is, and to not fear that you will be overwhelmed by negative emotions if you find out something pretty shocking about this person. The final card that I have here for you: Sacrifice, Joan of Arc. You see the sword, right? So this is about surrendering this connection, letting it go. This is about cutting ties, cutting cords. You see how, as she's cutting the situation from her life, there is this wonderful light beam that is refracted on her face from the sword. Clarity, light coming into your life. But I can feel how difficult it is for you to genuinely consider that there is indeed something weird happening with your person, that your person is lying to you. And I see here that, number 7, life path 7, you become stronger in this lifetime by overcoming some really deep emotional lessons. Number 7s usually in their incarnation have to go through some pretty intense issues regarding loss, betrayal, being backstabbed, being used by people that are the ones that they should love the most and trust the most. It's not an easy spiritual journey for number 7s. But that's how they reach spiritual mastery much quicker than all the other life paths. It's because they have the inner landscape, they have the inner stamina. They have everything they need to process these experiences, even when they think that they cannot process. So if you're stripping down the illusions, you are able to truly tap into this stingray energy. The stingray is a beautiful creature because it lives underwater, but it emits small electric currents to scare its prey or to pull it in. So I'm getting a sense here of, sorry, I ate some apples in between group 3 and 4, and that's why some pieces are cut in my teeth. But it's giving me a feeling here of, yeah, eating an apple, the forbidden fruit, eating from the forbidden fruit. Oh my God, it was all along there. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting a sense here that you could be a very sensitive water sign or have water somewhere in your chart, maybe your ascendant. And you also have air in your chart. The electricity that I see here from the stingray speaks to me of Uranus and Aquarius energy. You might be having a really pretty blow to your ego at the moment because Saturn is in Aquarius and Jupiter is also parked there. So this is equally a blessing that comes as a very harsh lesson. A blessing in disguise, yeah? Trust the process. Things are happening for you, not against you. And truly strip down the illusions that exist in your life. You will be a better person for it. And I mean, who wants to build a life on the foundation of a lie? That foundation will eventually crumble. And it might crumble at a later point in time if you choose to ignore this. It might crumble at a later point in time when you got even more comfortable, when you got even deeper with this person, when you've shared even more of your assets with this person. And then you might reach financial ruin together with this emotional sense of loss and the healing that needs to follow afterwards. So be bold and brave, like Joan of Arc. Believe in your intuition like she believed in God. Severe disconnection. If this person is not giving you the answers that you want and you're seeking. I mean, this is a classic case of gaslighting. This is what leads to 9 of Swords. I'm not good enough. I'm imagining things. This person is saying one thing, but I'm feeling something completely different. Remove. Remove. You do not need this. There are so many people in this world. You will find somebody that matches with you. And I think this is heavy for you because I think that you might have needed to let go of another person in the past and you're feeling as if this is a pattern that is repeating. Either that or you're at the point in your life where other people are putting pressure on you to commit to something and you feel like, I have to commit to this person. My hands are tied. I'm not getting any younger, you know? But Saturn in Aquarius is pushing you at the moment to be honest with yourself, to admit the truth and act accordingly. Stand in your integrity. You can do this. And you will find that as soon as you give up, surrender, and sacrifice something that is not meant for you, it's just a karmic lesson, you will find that something much better is granted to you. But that requires a lot of trust in the unknown. And this is the lesson you're learning in this connection. The truth shall set you free. Free from this mental prison in which you were placed. Yeah. Oh, my loves, I'm sending you a big cuddly hug. Let me know if this reading resonated. I kind of wish that this reading does not resonate for the majority of you because I hate to see members of my crew in these circumstances, but it's also important to keep in mind the spiritual aspect of the difficulties through which you're going through. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this kind of work, guys. And it's truly my pleasure to be able to guide you in this process. You're not alone. You can do it. I've been there too. I survived, and I can tell you guys with my hand on my heart, it's getting better. Things always improve, they get better. And when they don't, you just need to rest. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you feel. Subscribe, leave a comment down below. I really hope to see you in my next one. Who knows what kooky other pick-a-card readings I will create. Also inspired by my constant spiritual journey and life developments. I'm sending you so much love, guys. Mwah! Bye.